1. Stick insect. Stick insects are basically living twigs. No, seriously, place one on a plant and good luck finding it again. They survive on leaves, a little water mist, and pure commitment to invisibility. But here's the crazy part. Their camouflage isn't just about looks. Sometimes they'll gently sway back and forth, like a leaf blowing in the wind, even when there's no wind. It's like they're fully committed to the role. They don't bite, they don't make noise, they barely even move unless they have to. Blink, and you'll lose your pet. They're also incredibly low maintenance, which makes them perfect for beginners. No complicated setups, no constant attention, just a quiet little creature doing its thing. This is the only pet where guests will say, "Wait, you have a pet?" And even when you show them, they still might not believe you. 2. Praying mantis. Now let's talk about something a little more intense. Praying mantises are like tiny alien ninjas. They turn their heads to look at you, hunt live prey, and somehow feel intelligent. You don't just watch a mantis, you feel like it's watching you. And that's not an exaggeration. A mantis can actually track movement with surprising precision. Move your finger slowly in front of it, and it will follow along like it's studying you. They're active hunters, which means feeding time is actually an event. 1 second, everything is calm, and the next, snap, it's over. Fast, precise, and honestly, impressive. But despite that, they can be surprisingly calm when handled gently. Some will even sit on your hand and just observe their surroundings like a tiny, thoughtful creature. This thing will track your finger like it's planning something. It's less pet, more roommate with secrets. And the longer you look at it, the more it feels like it knows something you don't. 3. Ladybugs. On the complete opposite end, ladybugs. These are basically happiness with wings. Bright colors, tiny size, zero aggression. They're easy to keep and super beginner friendly. They're also one of the few insects that people don't instantly panic around. In fact, most people are happy to see one. Some even believe they bring good luck. They feed on tiny pests like aphids, which makes them useful as well as adorable. So while they're just sitting there looking cute, they're actually doing a job. They don't live very long, but while they're around, they're just good vibes. This is the only insect people want landing on them. It's like owning a living polka dot, a tiny, peaceful reminder that not everything small is scary. 4. Ant farms. Okay, this one's cheating a bit, because it's not one pet, it's thousands. Ant farms let you watch an entire civilization building tunnels, storing food, and running their tiny empire. And the crazy part? No instructions needed, they just know what to do. No leader shouting orders, no confusion, just pure instinct working perfectly. You'll check on them and everything seems normal, then come back later and there's a whole new tunnel system. It's like construction happens when you're not looking. And if you really pay attention, you'll notice how organized they are. Every ant has a role, and everything just flows. You'll look away for 1 hour and come back to a whole new city. It's basically a reality show, with zero drama and perfect teamwork. And somehow, that makes it even more addictive to watch. 5. Beetles. Beetles are the tanks of the insect world. Some species are shockingly strong, long-lived, and honestly, kind of cool looking. Some of them, like rhinoceros beetles, look like tiny machines with horns and armor that make them feel almost unreal. They eat simple foods like fruit or jelly and don't need much space. That makes them easy to care for, even if you've never kept an insect before. And then there's their strength. Some can lift objects heavier than themselves, like tiny bodybuilders. It doesn't even look real when you see it happen. They're slow, steady, and surprisingly sturdy, which makes them very easy to handle compared to more delicate insects. If bugs had a gym, these guys run it, and they definitely never skip leg day. 6. Caterpillar. This one is less of a pet and more of a transformation story. You start with a caterpillar, feed it leaves, watch it grow. At first, it seems simple, just eating and crawling, nothing too exciting. But if you stick with it, something incredible happens. One day, it disappears into a cocoon, and for a while, nothing happens on the outside. It's just still, quiet, almost like everything has paused. Then one day, it opens, and out comes a butterfly. You literally get to witness a real-life transformation. Something small and simple turning into something completely different. It's one of the few pet experiences that actually feels magical. Imagine your pet just upgrades itself. No update required. 7. Madagascar hissing cockroach. All right, don't click off. Hear me out. The Madagascar hissing cockroach is actually one of the easiest insect pets you can keep. They're clean, docile, and super low maintenance. Not the fast, chaotic pests people usually imagine. No, these are slow, calm, and surprisingly easy to handle. They don't infest your home, they don't spread disease, and they mostly just mind their own business. And yeah, they hiss. But it's not aggressive, it's just how they communicate. They push air through tiny openings in their body to make that sound. Once you understand that, it goes from scary to actually kind of fascinating. The one insect everyone fears might be the best beginner pet. It sounds scary until you realize it's basically just saying, hey, and honestly, that makes it a lot less intimidating. So yeah, insects as pets. Quiet, low maintenance, and way more interesting than most people expect. Which one do you feel is a good addition to your home? Drop a comment below, and I'll see you in the next video.